I remember this one section from Diary of a Wimpy Kid where everyone is supposed to go on this field trip, and they go camping, and their goal here is to start a campfire. But here's the thing, they don't have a single match. No matches, no light, no fire, right? But then someone has a genius idea of taking Rowley's glasses. He snaps the glasses in half and angles it towards the sunlight and then towards the firewood. And I think you can guess what happens next, right? The firewood lights on fire. And now think of your energy like the sun's rays, and starting a fire is like trying to achieve your goals. If you just let the sun shine everywhere like how it usually does, well then you wouldn't be able to start a fire, right? I mean, at least I hope not, otherwise right now I'd be on fire. But the same way, if you concentrate the sun's rays on one single spot, you can ignite that fire. If you spread your energy thin by trying to do everything, you end up doing nothing. At the same time, by trying to only do one thing, you can end up achieving anything. Hamza and Iman Gaji really popularized this concept known as monk mode, essentially where you completely forget about other social activities and focus entirely on work. And the reason why this works is just like starting a fire. By concentrating your energy on one single spot, you end up putting enough energy forth to do it. And this is because your brain has something known as the cognitive load theory. So think of your brain like a battery, right? A battery, as you go about the day, it drains. So as you use your phone for, let's say, scrolling or texting friends, -5%, -10%, -20%. And this is what the cognitive load theory is all about. As you use up resources, you slowly have fewer resources left for other things like focusing and productivity. But if you don't use up those resources, well then you save yourself time and energy, which you can put towards your work and get more shit done. And now you don't have to enter monk mode to do all this. Yes, that's the most beneficial, but you can also take simple actionable steps to minimize the amount of energy you put towards other things. You see, most people won't do this. They don't want to sacrifice things for their productivity. But you have to understand, there is a price to pay when you unleash your working potential and work at 99%. And now let's do a mini workshop right now, actually. Take out a piece of paper or a digital notepad. I want you to start drawing. Draw a simple circle. Title it inside energy. And now I want you to draw an arrow for every single thing that you spend doing in a day that takes more than 30 minutes. When I first drew this, I had tons of different arrows. And honestly, that kind of just made me realize, I've been an idiot, bro. How am I gonna achieve anything if I'm just dispersed with 5% energy in every single category? Let's say you have to fill 100 buckets, right? If you just pour 5 milliliters of water into each bucket, how are you gonna fill them? That'll take you years, decades maybe even. But let's say you concentrate all of that water, all of the 500 milliliters, that's a big word, all of the 500 milliliters into one single bucket, easily filled up. And now I think you might know where I'm getting at here. You see, I'm a huge proponent of avoiding using Instagram or social media until later on in the day. And what this means is sacrificing a lot of the DMs that you're gonna have with your friends. And now most people think that your friends will hate you for this, or they'll think that you have an ego or something like that. But I'm gonna tell you a story that happened just 2 weeks ago, actually. So 2 weeks ago, I was talking to one of my new friends, and he asked me, oh, why didn't you respond to me in the morning? And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, I don't use my phone in the morning, forgot to tell. And then he was like, oh, so you don't use it at all? Not at all in the morning? And I'm like, yeah, I use it for turning off my alarm, and then after that, into my drawer it goes. And then he was like, wait, you're so locked in. And then at that point, I just smiled, what do you want me to do there, bro? And this is the most common misconception when it comes to working and when it comes to sacrifices. People don't hate you for being less active on social media. They respect you. And now another one of my friends did the same thing to me as well. He asked me after a school play, oh, do you guys want to all go and eat out? And then I was like, nah, I can't. And then he was like, oh, why? And then before I could even say anything, because I had no idea what the reason was in my head, right? He was just like, oh, you're busy, right? I'm like, yeah. He just assumed I'm a busy person. And he respected me more just for that. Even I didn't know that I was busy. He just assumed I was busy and respects me more just because of that. You might think your friends will hate you for going offline, for going ghost. In reality, they just start to respect you more. That's just it. The sun doesn't live forever. It's slowly dying. As the sun diffuses its energy, giving us life, of course, it's slowly dying itself. And you work the same way. You do have a timer. You will expire sometime. And so by diffusing your energy every single day, you get closer and closer and closer to death. That's just reality. So don't waste your life by diffusing your energy through hundreds of thousands of obligations that you don't care about. Listen, bro, do you want your legacy to be, I was active on Instagram 24/7, or I responded to my friends the next hour that they messaged me? Is that what you want to be your legacy? Is that what you want to tell your kids? No, right? So then why would you do that? Listen, bro, I'm telling you one last time. When energy becomes concentrated, the firewood ignites. So choose where you place your magnifying glass. Choose where you concentrate your energy. When you try to do everything, you end up achieving nothing. But when you try to do one thing, you can end up achieving anything.